All right, what's going on YouTube? It's been a while since we had a little talk, a little discussion, but there was a really big event in the world of Street Fighter V recently. So big, in fact, that you might have noticed that Street Fighter V somehow managed to venture within the top 10 most watched categories on Twitch. 114K viewers for our lowly fighting game. You must be wondering, was it EVO Grand Finals? Was it Capcom Cup? Was it CEO, a combo breaker? Did you miss a big event? You missed a very interesting spectacle. The AT&T Annihilator Cup happened. It's exactly what we're looking at here. We had the top Twitch streamers going at it for a big chunk of change, and the FGC got to sit back and watch the biggest streamers in the business duke it out in some Street Fighter V. I'm talking like the Mizkifs, I'm talking the Jake and Bakes, Emeru, Tim the Tatman, Shroud, Doublelift, legends in both gaming and the streaming business. We're all playing Street Fighter V for the chance to win $350,000 in the AT&T Annihilator Cup. Now, this tournament series, it's a series. It's not only Street Fighter V. Street Fighter V is one leg of the event. I believe they compete across 5 different games. But this did give a pretty interesting insight into how people from outside the FGC still see fighting games, and it was a really interesting kind of experiment, really, to throw a bunch of top streamers into the world of Street Fighter and see how they all react. Watch them squirm a little bit. So I think we can just take a moment here and appreciate everyone diving into the world of Street Fighter and take a look at how all of our favorite streamers were doing, prepping for this event and within the event itself. So let's take a look here. First up, we have Jake and Bake. You know, I was looking for clips of people training up for the event. This is pre-event. And then this was the first clip I saw. It was like his most viewed clip. And I was like, okay, he's throwing fireballs. DP. The moment I saw this, I was like, this tournament's over. This is the first clip I saw of people playing training up for the event, and I was like, he knows how to throw a fireball and do a DP. I was like, there's no way anyone else in this event knows anything about fighting games. I knew right then that this man was definitely guaranteed to go far in this bracket. You can also see how effective this tactic really was.
Hadouken, 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 Hadouken. That's all Jack knows how to do. Imagine pressing 2 fucking buttons. Imagine pressing 2 fucking buttons. Weird champ, weird champ, weird champ, weird champ, weird champ.
Somehow, the only thing louder than Noko complaining about Jake and Bake doing fireballs is the game sound. I don't understand how that managed to happen, how Street Fighter V manages to be 20 times louder than him yelling about Hadouken. But yeah, I can see that Jake is off to a good start. If he's getting people that salty about chucking fireballs, I knew he was going to be a problem. But it wasn't all just salts. You know, we got to see a few of the joys of people diving into a fighting game for the first time. I really like this clip from Jericho.
Damn, I am like...
Ah! There we go, buddy.
Yes!
Hell yeah.
Suck a dick!
I don't know who he's telling to suck a dick, but there we go. That's what we like to see, man. I'm about it. I'm about it. You know, this offered an opportunity for these big streamers to kind of show off what it's like to dive headfirst into a completely new genre like fighting games, which is super hard to get anything done. And he finally landed a hella simple combo, like a jump in medium to a special cancel. And you can see the joy it brings and the pop off it brings. And I think that's what really sells the genre. That's what makes it so like rewarding, is that when you finally practice something and you finally land it, it feels good. Because in the beginning, it can also feel really bad. We see the good, the bad, and the ugly about Street Fighter in these series of clips for sure. But I really like that one. So I hope, you know, his chat and community felt a little bit of joy with him in regards to this pop-off here. But it also told me something else. The fact that he's in trials trying to do combos, I was like, this dude's gonna lose. I don't know how he actually did in the events, but to me, I have a theory, right? If you take a group of people who've never played fighting games before, the person who tries to learn to play the game for the long run will do worse. There's a little dip that happens. There's like this little reverse bell curve that occurs. When you're all really bad, the worse you are, your results are going to be better. As you get better, your results are going to dip for a while because you're actually trying to focus and consciously make decisions and think about what you're doing for a time. And during that time, because you're thinking your opponents are not, you're going to lose, but you're going to get feedback. And over time, that feedback will allow you to consistently raise your skill level and then consistently win. But you don't have that much time. If you got 1 week, you don't have that much time to get out of that dip. So because of that, it's pretty tough. It's pretty tough. I feel like you should not go in and actually try to learn the game. That was not my recommendation for these streamers new to the game, and we'll see how that comes into play later. So as I was browsing these clips as well, I came across another notable figure here, Doublelift. You know, goated League of Legends player Doublelift, playing Street Fighter V, and I was like, what? He's silver ranked?
Ow.
I was surprised. I was like, oh, he can play.
The fuck? He has a command grab? I'm dead?
And if he can play, he can get robbed by G.
Wow! He can fucking combo out of a command grab?
Yeah, he can.
What the fuck?
Welcome to Street Fighter V. This told me a whole other level. Like, Doublelift is at the level where he can get robbed. That means he's way ahead of the game. Everyone else is just flailing, and there's no concept of a lead or anything. But Doublelift was holding his own, and then because of that, anyone else would have been in this position, and then they would have just been mashing. They would have gotten meatied, and it didn't matter. They would have kept mashing jab, and they would have hit him out of that command grab. But he's good enough to get robbed. So that's points to Doublelift right there. I knew big things were coming for this guy. It's like he's good at games or something. What do we have next here?
That's what I don't
Explaining like why fighting games are superior is because you have to be frame perfect, and the combos are not just button mashing.
It's not mashing.
Like it's not. Yeah, it's like you actually have an action to like what you're doing, and it's just like it doesn't make sense to me. Like it's all frame perfect.
It takes years to get really good too.
Who is that at the end of the clip? Listen, the undercurrent for this whole event, if you don't know, this was not just like the Street Fighter V streamer battle. This was like the clout wars where every Street Fighter player was clamoring to get picked up by their favorite streamer to coach them. So that's Alex Myers on that Discord call he was Jake and Bake's coach for this event. I think there's a few other people who are like helping out their favorite streamer, but on the call there, that was Noko, the dude who was popping off about Jake spamming Hadokens. He's not technically correct, but he does speak to something that a lot of people struggle with and they don't really understand. Fighting games is about intentionality. Like you do have to think about every button you press, and that's pretty rough up front for people when they're new to the genre because it's so easy to panic and get overwhelmed and stop intentionally pressing things. It's not frame perfect. He's exaggerating, of course. In Street Fighter V especially, you can mash your combos. You really can mash your combos in Street Fighter V, but you have to know how to mash, and you can't just blindly face roll on the buttons to get things done. So yeah, that's something people struggle with a lot, actually, when they first start playing. That was some of the good, but I think we got a bit more of the ugly here, the ugly side of fighting games. This is Noko again.
It doesn't matter. I just want to quit. I don't want to play anymore. I'm done. I am so mad. I'm done. I can't do it, bro. I can't. I'm gonna fucking lose it. Like, I don't
So we had our first rage quit. First documented rage quit of the event here. This is just the training arc leading into the event. It's tough. The salt is real, man. Fighting games are hard. It's one-on-one. You have no one to blame but yourself. You got to get your ass beat, and it's ambiguous what's going on. It's really hard to tell if you don't really have the tools to decipher the feedback you're getting from the game. So yeah, it's not always fun in games, man. It's a tough genre to get into without prior experience for sure. So I don't blame him for getting salty at all. Happens to the best of us. I was hella salty when I first started fighting games, and I'm still hella salty. So I understand his pain. I understand his struggle. I'm not trying to rag on the guy. Shit's not easy, man. Shit is not easy. I don't blame him at all. He gives the credit where credit's due here.
1000%. If you're a professional fighter, like professional like Street Fighter player, or whatever the fuck you want to call it, you're the greatest gamer in existence ever.
Round one.
If you play any fighting game, you're the most superior gamer ever. And it's not even a fucking joke. It's not even a joke.
It's hard to decipher over his copy of Street Fighter V blasting my eardrums, but I think he was saying that if you're a professional Street Fighter player, you're the greatest gamer in existence. Now, I don't think that's true, to be quite honest. I just think that he hasn't learned how to play fighting games, so shit's really hard right now. I think there's a really tough learning curve in the beginning, for sure. But yeah, it's cool to see fighting games get a little bit of respect. No, he's right. I'm the superior gamer. True. Maybe he is right. All right, here's double left. Double lift, excuse me.
He whiffed that. That's kind of crazy.
What? Dude, that's a frame trap. No!
Oh, you are in so much trouble. Oh, you're in so much trouble, dude. Teleport.
Nice punish. Almost robbed by Laura.
Two hands is getting better. I'm not gonna lie. This guy's actually cracked.
Double lift. He's good, man. He's good enough to experience the swing, the ebb and flow of Street Fighter V and all the robbery it has to offer. That was a clutch block and punish. This made me realize I was like, okay, he's definitely good enough to understand the momentum swings of the game to properly punish and to realize when things are going bad. I was like, right, double lift, he knows what's up. I'm telling you, this is twice I've seen him almost get robbed or almost get robbed. The fact that he got this far in his Street Fighter V playing career to understand those momentum shifts is definitely huge for him. And I was like, this guy, he might be the man to beat for this event. Him and Jake and Bake, from my research, were looking the best so far. But you know, I had some advice to offer the general streaming community who was participating in this event, because I thought, you know what, everyone's overcomplicating this. Everyone is making this so much harder than it needs to be. I saw everyone getting the best coaches they possibly can, picking these characters with DPs and fireballs and learning all these combos and inputs and all that stuff. And all I thought was, listen, you don't need to be doing all of that. So I sent out the message. I said, I don't know which big streamer competing in that AT&T Street Fighter tournament needs to hear this, but pick E Honda and mash light punch. Thank me later. These guys were getting the biggest scientists and Street Fighter professionals they possibly could, flying them out from all over the world. They didn't have to pay nobody nothing. Just pick Honda and mash light punch. That's really all you had to do. And in fact, I saw some people during the event took up my advice. Some people realized I was correct.
I'm so sorry. I'm overheating.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
GG.
I think she goes on to apologize for her flawless strategy. Listen, there's nothing to apologize for there. There's nothing at all to apologize for. That's the path of least resistance to victory. So I saw the Honda action going down, and I said, you're welcome, Emaru. Threw in a little spelling mistake there. And here's the proof. Emily documented the proof.
Like, I'm not even saying that to, like...
Wait, the Twitter guy was right. Holy shit, people on Twitter actually know things.
Wait, why do I have a hat?
The Twitter guy was right. Holy shit, people on Twitter actually know things. So I finally not only earned the title of Twitter guy, but Twitter guy who knows things. If that's not making it, I don't know what is. Now, unfortunately, Emaru's run was cut short. I don't think the Honda tactics lasted the entire way, but I did see a few other Hondas going in. Tim the Tatman was also repping the Honda, which was cool to see. I feel like that was the easiest way to go about it, for sure. But you know what? People were strong in this event. I mean, they were doing some work. One of my favorites to go far in this event was actually Lirik, one of the OGs of the streaming community. I was rooting for him, and he came in with some pretty clutch plays. Repping the Sagat here.
Lirik, oh my gosh, was in control until that happened. Look at the dashing.
Just using it as coverage. You better not. Oh my God, somebody clipped that.
He missed the end.
That was so sick though.
Oh boy, Lirik.
This is the match to get into grand finals of the bracket.
Right?
Nah, bro, this is a fireball game. This is the. Oh. Yo,
Oh my God, no meter both sides.
Yo, did you see the fake out for the dash?
Oh, that's amazing.
Clutch. But, you know, I got to admit, I might have been a little bit biased when it came to this because I kind of mentioned it earlier, all the Street Fighter V players battling for clout. Well, you know what? I'm guilty.
This was my training. Brian F.
Closing remarks for the day.
140 messages. Just wiggle. Just wiggle. Just wiggle. Oh, wait, we started with Oro.
Too, right? So
Yeah.
just even like Doublelift, I knew he was gonna be good coming in. I knew Jake
That's all we
was
got
gonna
right
test
there.
for him,
That's all we
but
got.
He started with Oro.
It
was nice, though. It was nice.
And he was talking about
Unfortunately,
Evo
I
there,
don't
right?
have the video evidence
It'd be cool
because
if Doublelift joined Evo.
the VODs were deleted, but he was playing Oro at one point.
Yeah, dude,
I'm a sellout for sure.
No, Brian F. was very helpful. He showed me things that I didn't know were a thing.
Hey, there we go. Credit where credit's due, huh? Thank you very much, Lirik. Congratulations on a well-played tournament. But yeah, he was playing Oro originally. And I was trying to coach him with all that, and I was like, man, you really should just pick Honda. Oro is too hard for this. But he decided to go with the Sagat in the end. But it was pretty cool to see him picking up on some of the combos and stuff and some of the tactics. I told him to spam standing medium kick with Oro, and he was applying it a bit in the ranked matches. But yes, I was secretly coaching from the Twitch chat for Lirik. Somehow he remembered that after, you know, it's 20,000 people spamming emotes and I'm trying to type in full sentences like a boomer in Twitch chat. So shout outs to Lirik for that. But you know, it didn't come down to Lirik versus Jake and Bake really, which is what I thought it was going to be. Somehow the brackets worked out where Jake and Bake and Doublelift, they had to play a little early. They had to play a little early, I feel like. So Jake and Bake and Doublelift had to fight early in the bracket. It was single elim when it got into the finals bracket. They had to face off, and clearly these two were the most experienced fighting game players in this bracket. So it was pretty unfortunate that they had to play off this early. I think these two would easily be in the grand finals, but man, what a trade right there. Trading with the Akuma air fireball with the DP.
Just out of range.
That anti-air experience actually coming back to bite you right there. And then Doublelift goes on to win the next game, and that sets up Doublelift versus Lirik in grand finals for the entire event, which is super sick to see because, you know, Lirik's my guy. Obviously, I'm the coach. I'm official there, so I'm rooting for Lirik. But things don't really go that well,
right
unfortunately.
Now, on tournament point.
Oh, medium kick. Uh-oh, this is not good. The stun
is here.
with the EX. And there's no EX bar, though. So still
The
alive,
taunt
right?
combo.
Still alive.
On tournament point, he goes for the taunt combo, trying to style on Lirik. So Doublelift obviously knows his stuff. He goes ahead and closes out the tournament with a 3-0 win over Lirik, taking the AT&T Annihilator Cup Street Fighter V leg of the tournament. But, you know, overall, I think this was a super fun event. There was a lot of salt. There was a lot of people getting tight about Street Fighter and how it's the hardest genre of fighting games or hardest genre of gaming, and that Street Fighter V players are the ultimate gaming pros. It's been a long time since Street Fighter V players got some praise, so thank you for offering some perspective from outside the FGC of Street Fighter V. So easy. It's the easiest game of all time. Fighting games, no matter how easy, are super hard for people from outside the community to pick up and play. It's like learning a new language. No matter how simple the language is, if you don't speak it the first time, you're going to be messing up. But overall, I think this is a super fun event. I hope this gets a few more people interested in fighting games, in Street Fighter V especially. I guarantee you there's going to be at least a few people picking up the game now just from this event alone. There's something beautiful about just watching people, you know, lower level players duke it out because it's so unpredictable. You have no idea who's going to win. So I really enjoy watching those kind of matches from time to time. It's always a good change of pace, and I really enjoyed the event. And that's all I have for this video. If you enjoyed the event or if you thought it was interesting, please let me know in the comments below. Let me know what you think. And if you enjoyed the video, please be sure to like and subscribe. It really does support the channel and helps me out. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.